defenders, I think, is like.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, bro. Come on.
As the big man just said there, people deluded, I'm back again. Obviously, it's Monday morning over in the United Kingdom. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and in some cases, good night. I hope you and your loved ones are blessed. I hope you're ready to attack the week. Let's see what latest news, views, reports, and all the drama that is concerned where Arsenal, and specifically the transfer window, is concerned. Again, the dream is free. The hustle is sold separately. 99.9% of these rumors and these think pieces are people guessing and just ultimately chatting nonsense. But it provides a good talking point to us. So don't forget to subscribe, smash the like button, turn on your notifications, and let me know your opinions throughout. Let's start with Xhaka. It's highly anticipated he is going to move to Bayern Leverkusen. He has been linked with Bayern Munich. It seems he will be going to Leverkusen. Why the Xhaka deal will soon pick up speed. The wait for Granit Xhaka's transfer from Arsenal to Bayern Leverkusen to go through. The Bundesliga team agrees with the Swiss national player, but the Premier League club cannot yet present a successor. That could change in the coming week. And obviously, you know, West Ham will be playing Fiorentina in the Conference League final. It's highly anticipated that Arsenal, Bayern Munich, and any other team that is interested in Declan Rice will begin their assault to try and convince him and West Ham to part ways with their player, their prized asset, and let him move to a new team. So maybe there's a correlation between Caicedo, Rice, or anyone else Arsenal is trying to negotiate with. The outcome of the DFB Cup final in Berlin with the winner Leipzig has already guaranteed Bayern Leverkusen additional income of 10 million euros for the upcoming season, thanks to the associated qualification for the Europa League instead of just for the Conference League. And next week, 2 finals for Bayern Leverkusen will be of some importance for Leverkusen's transfer activities. The final in the Premier class, and that is the Europa Conference League. Both finals will feature players who could decisively influence the transfer of Granit Xhaka from Arsenal to Leverkusen. When Florence and West Ham fight for the Conference League title in Budapest on Wednesday, Declan Rice, a dream player from Arsenal, I think it means for Arsenal coach Mikel Arteta, will appear for West Ham in 6. I think they mean in midfield. Before this game is played, the probably 100 million euro deal is cooked on the back burner. So there you have it. The same applies to Xhaka to Leverkusen because Arsenal would like to present at least one top quality entry in return for the top performer. In this case too, the negotiations are carried out with the handbrake on. Sorry, folks. Again, we have been linked with Gundogan. You know, Man City would be crazy to let him walk. I wouldn't say give him a blank check, but give him what you want. You know, I think any Arsenal fan who doesn't want Gundogan is absolutely crazy. And you saw the 2 volleys he hit in the FA Cup win against Manchester United. I don't think we'll sign Gundogan purely because I think he's more likely to stay at Manchester City or try a new adventure at Barcelona. But if he is enticed by what Mikel Arteta is doing with his former players, with Arsenal moving in the right direction, with living in London, fair enough, people. Let me know your thoughts. Again, we'd love Gundogan to take over from Xhaka. New reports are actually saying Granit Xhaka and Gundogan and Rice to replace Granit Xhaka and just give us more options in midfield. I don't know where to be with that. Again, apparently, big up the secret scout, my guy. He said Brighton have agreed to sell Caicedo this summer and want around 100 million for the midfielder. However, are happy to lower the price if a player they want is included in the deal. Now, I personally think he's going to go to Chelsea. You've seen Chelsea have been dealt a blow where Ugarte of Sporting Lisbon is concerned. It seemed like he was going there. Now he's going Paris Saint-Germain. So now they need to rethink their targets. They've been relinked with Lavia and obviously Caicedo. As we saw this January with Mudryk and Felix, they're prepared to put the money down, and especially if Poch wants the guy. I would love Caicedo. I personally think because Chelsea will put the money down, because Brighton bidded for Levi Colwill, maybe there's something to be done there with potentially. They'll be crazy to do it because he's a great centre-back. Giving him back on loan or letting him go over there, or, you know, the Gallaghers of this world, maybe Billy Gilman's gone, but maybe some of the Cobham boys could do something. Apparently, they're happy to lower the price. Now, you hear allegedly McAllister is moving closer to Liverpool, people, and his fees are reported much less than the 60 million quoted, people. So maybe they're getting more money in that regards, people. To do something. I'm not too sure. Apparently, for the moment, Caicedo's priority is Arsenal, and he has agreed terms with the club. The player's dreams of playing in the Champions League. However, Chelsea are willing to pay a higher fee than Arsenal. So if they're willing to put the money down, it is what it is. Chelsea will switch their focus to the Brighton man after calling their interest in Sporting Lisbon's Manuel Ugarte, people. Both Chelsea and PSG agreed to pay his release clause, but it's long story short, the French club wanted to pay a more, were prepared to, pay a lot more lucrative, really, and give him more wages. It has said here, and away from that man, the Uruguayan, A fellow South American, Chelsea will instead target securing a deal for Caicedo ahead of Arsenal and Liverpool as they rebuild their midfield under new head coach Pochettino. Caicedo could cost more than 80 million after establishing himself as one of the best midfielders in the Premier League at Brighton. Arsenal attempted to sign Caicedo in January and could target him again this summer, though their primary focus is a move for top target Declan Rice. So I think there's an admiration between Arsenal and Chelsea for Caicedo, but indirectly, has he necessarily been the primary target, or is he an addition? You know, it seems like Chelsea want a midfielder or two, us the same. How much could you say about that, really? Liverpool are also interested in the 21-year-old. He'd be a dream for all of them. Chelsea are optimistic they can reach a deal for Caicedo and are thought to have discussed a move for him in talks with Brighton over Colwill. As you know, Chelsea have rejected that bid. Brighton want to keep Levi Colwill at the Amex this season, which could help in negotiations for Caicedo. So you can't read in too much into things. Let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button. It probably means that it's a myth. Romano has said, regardless of how this Agate saga will finish with PSG having match point and Chelsea out the race, as of now, keeping an eye again on Caicedo. Chelsea wanted him in January, then well informed since May. Caicedo's always been on the list with Agate. Alex Cook has said Arsenal still in the race for Caicedo. Apparently, Arsenal will be watching Chelsea's movements for Caicedo intently, and if the deal is right, are likely to move for the midfielder. Current priority remains Rice for Arsenal. Arsenal will not get drawn into a bidding war or overpay for Caicedo if it comes to it. So we've seen this story before. Caicedo's preference allegedly is a move to Arsenal, which all parties are currently aware of due to Caicedo's desire for Champions League football. I mean, I know Chelsea had a terrible season, but you can't say they won't. There's not a chance they won't be in the Champions League next season. You've got Pochettino, you've got wages, you've got the London aspect, and whether it's Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United, Newcastle now even, there's going to be a year probably, unless you're Manchester City, asterisk with Pep, that, you know, out of all the clubs I've said, excluding City, will be without Champions League football. So I would say, I do think, you know, yeah, you can look at it based on the last 12 months of Premier League football. Arsenal are way ahead of Chelsea in a more attractive proposition, and we do have Champions League football, but I wouldn't rule them out. We'll have to see how it develops. Now, what we've got to remember, these Twitter accounts, I don't know who they know, or if they're in the know, it's just guesswork, people, and it's just more so for us talking points. Gundogan is set to agree a new deal with City to stay beyond the end of this season, so that's done. Apparently, you know, one of the in the knows on the West Ham on the West Ham front, ex-West Ham United employee, we can exclusively deny reports that Declan Rice has accepted a move to Bayern Munich and that it isn't now a done deal for him to join the German side. These reports are very wide of the mark and not true. And obviously, it was a bit, the consistencies weren't really there, because we heard West Ham are putting all talks on anyone on hold until they deal with their European final. Then you hear Bayern Munich are interested, so it weren't really correlated, really. Romano has spoken on Sasha Boy. He said, for Boy, at the moment, I'm told they are not informed on the conditions of the deal, 25 million euros price tag. I'm not aware of any direct contract between Arsenal and his agent in terms of negotiations. So at the moment, it's still a quiet situation. As you saw, Real Valladolid have been relegated. Ivan Fresnadar could be available, really. I'm sure he would want to move to maybe get into the Spain squad for the Euros. So that's an avenue to explore. On Edmund Tapsoba, who we've been linked with, another Bayern Leverkusen player to follow Moussa Diaby. For Tapsoba, Romano has said it's about scouting. It's a player they know very well, and they've had him on the list already for 1 and 2 years ago. So he's always been a player monitored by Arsenal. They've sent scouts multiple times to follow the player in the Europa League, so he's a player they appreciate. We need a right-sided centre-back. If Arteta believes that's the man, get it done. Romano has also said on João Cancelo, which we know that's a myth. For Cancelo, yes, they are interested. They had some contact, and they have a very good relationship with these agents. So there was a conversation over the possibility to sign Caicedo. So I don't know where we're at with that. Several agents are talking about James Maddison. Several agents have reportedly suggested that James Maddison is valued at around 40 million euros heading into the summer window. He's been linked with Newcastle, with Eddie Howe. He's been linked with Mikel Arteta's Arsenal, and Tottenham are apparently to get a new manager, the Celtic lad. Postecoglou, I can't pronounce his name, so maybe that's someone he wants, people. Agents are just doing their job. It doesn't seem like, where Arsenal are concerned, that there's anything tangible really in relation to the Arsenal move. And apparently he could decide he wants to move to Tottenham. Not sure that's the case, but fair enough. Again, we've already covered that. To wrap this up, let's see exactly what has been said on goal.com. Arsenal agree personal terms with Caicedo, allegedly. We've reached a personal agreement for him to join Arsenal this summer. He dreams of the Champions League and has rejected Chelsea's big salary offer. Liverpool were also chasing him, but he isn't top of their wish list for the summer. We've made a breakthrough in talks with Reece Nelson. It's expected that he'll sign a 4 to 5 year new contract. We're gearing up to have talks with Martin Odegaard to commit his future. We've been linked with PSV's Xavi Simons, who's got a buyback clause in his deal to go back to PSG for 12 million euros. Allegedly, Declan Rice yesterday rejected a move to Bayern Munich. In fact, on the 2nd of June, Milinkovic-Savic apparently is available, and we've rekindled our interest. And apparently he's available for 26 odd million euros. Again, Cancelo, we have heard previously, doesn't want to stay in England. We are to submit a bid for Declan Rice after the Europa League final. I think it means Europa Conference League. We're in pole position to sign Montpellier's Wahi. We've made a 15 million euro bid for Fresneda, allegedly, but Fabrizio Romano poured cold water on that. Bayern Munich lead the chase for Vlahovic. Once again, we appreciate Fresneda since January, but they have not sent any official proposal, and currently there's no concrete negotiations at this stage. We won't sell Smith Rowe. PSG are looking at Odegaard. Alexis Sanchez has been linked with not only a return to Arsenal, but to the Premier League and actually the Middle East as well, folks. And as you can see here, Milinkovic-Savic will be available for 26 million euros. So with that, that wraps up any news. Obviously, we've primarily focused on Caicedo. Do you think he's worth 100 million? Do you think he's worth the 100 million more than Rice? Do you think Arsenal are going to get him, or do you think Chelsea? Do you think Arsenal are going to get both or none? Let me know your thoughts on everything we've discussed, people. Obviously, now it's the end of the season. Make sure you're checking out the rest of the transfer videos. Obviously, in relation to reviews of our season and stuff, stay posted, turn on your notifications. I'll get some videos out for you lot. One love for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Stay blessed, stay safe. Have a great Monday. Have a great week. And I'll see you lot again soon when there's something to discuss.
So it's always just that active red flag, defenders.
I think it's like